my 31-day keto transformation. If you're interested in seeing my before and after photos, what I have to say about it, keep on watching. So at the end of 2017, I was going through a lot of life changes that led me to stress and have horrible anxiety, led me to honestly give up on myself a little, and that led to gaining 12 pounds in just 3 short months, which is incredibly massive for my frame. On top of the weight gain, I also had horrible skin issues as well. Due to my stress and my anxiety, I ended up breaking out in shingles. My eczema was flaring up. I was just at a state of mental and physical exhaustion because I was not taking care of my own health. And that's something that I knew I needed to change. So I've heard about keto, but I wasn't really serious about keto because I had questions that probably a lot of people have when they read up on what the keto diet is. First question is fat okay for you? Is the keto diet sustainable? What were the side effects of a ketogenic diet? And most importantly, can I get abs from this? In order to answer these questions, of course, I needed to do my own research to find out if this was something I was actually going to do. Being in a state of ketosis just means your body is burning fat instead of carbohydrates, also known as glucose, for energy. So if you're like me, you have been burning carbs, glucose for your entire life for energy. So why does ketosis work? So your body has to be at a state of low insulin in order for your body to even be in ketosis. So your body cannot tap into your fat stores unless it is in a state of low insulin. So as far as macros go for a ketogenic diet, you want to be eating primarily fat. So it's going to be 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. So if you're looking to go keto, you need to have foods that do not spike your insulin levels. So acceptable foods on the keto diet would be primarily fats. So you're going to want to load up on good oils, coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, some butter, and also nuts. Nuts are fantastic. And fattier pieces of meat such as salmon, lamb, ribeyes, bacon, don't be afraid of bacon, sausages, and lots of vegetables. Primarily leafy green vegetables is recommended on the diet. So with any changes in any diet, you're gonna find common side effects, and your body is just adjusting to the transition period. And on the keto diet, you're going to experience something called the keto flu. This is very, very common, and the keto flu is exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like you're getting sick. You're going to experience headaches, really low energy. You're going to be lethargic. So after researching, after getting all of my questions answered, after knowing what to expect as far as side effects and food that I needed to consume, I was ready to take on the 31-day challenge of going keto. Because of my awful end to 2017, I decided to start my keto journey January 1st through the 31st. So the first thing I did was I went to Costco with my husband and we did some keto shopping. As you could see here in my cart, I loaded up on lots of healthy, great fats. So they would be oils, and then also fattier cuts of meats as well, and lots of vegetable. I tried to stick to a whole food diet. Primarily I did eat whole foods, but made a few exceptions for some processed foods such as bacon and sausage. Of course, I wanted to come up with a workout routine in addition to going on the keto diet, and I kept it really simple. I enjoy weightlifting, I enjoy high intensity interval training, and I enjoy the sauna. So I did all 3 of those Monday through Thursday, and I had active rest days on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Going into week 1, I was super hungry. I was a hungry hippo. I was ravenous. I wanted to eat everything, of course, within keto compliance. And I decided that I did not want to count calories because, again, I wanted to find something that I can make a lifestyle. For the first 3 days of keto, I ate so much cheese, way more than I've ever eaten in probably a year. I rarely eat cheese, and I was loading up on cheese to meet my fat intake. Bad idea. My eczema started flaring up because it's very sensitive to dairy. Of course, you can have cheese. That is something within the keto food list. I just didn't gel well with cheese. Now, I definitely had carb cravings, and that's something that is normal. It happens, and I was eating berries, and that actually made my cravings worse. So I decided to cut berries out on day 3 along with cheese. So you'll see here, these are some examples of meals that I made throughout the diet. A lot of great fats in there, a few exceptions with the bacon being processed. Everything tastes phenomenal. Fats just taste great. Of course, I definitely experienced the keto flu in the first week starting out. It was off and on headaches, but they were present nonetheless. Being on keto, you're going to find that you urinate a lot. And because you're urinating a lot, you're going to lose a lot of electrolytes along the way. And so I did experience a loss of electrolytes, potassium, magnesium, sodium, and that definitely contributed to the keto flu symptoms as well. As far as my workouts go, they were not great. I was completely out of shape. I had a long way to go. And I had incredibly low energy, so they weren't explosive. I definitely struggled through my workouts. Going into week 2, my keto flu symptoms intensified. I was having awful headaches where I couldn't even lift my head off the pillow in the morning. I was dizzy, drowsiness, lethargic, nausea, all of that, and it was awful. I also developed a keto rash as well, and this is common throughout the process. It happened to me in week 2, and I developed it around my chest area, and they tend to happen around areas where you sweat the most. And so this happens because your body is trying to get rid of the toxins, and one of the ways that it does that is it gets rid of it through your biggest organ, which is your skin. Of course, experiencing awful symptoms from something that's supposed to make you feel great, going keto, I had to find a support group. So I went online and I read tons and tons of articles. I read stories, personal experiences with the symptoms. And so that helped me out a lot, actually. I found comfort in reading articles and personal experiences and knowing that it was temporary and knowing that I just needed to sit tight and fight through it. So the food was the easy part in all this. And week 2, I definitely found that to be true. At the end of week 2, I was down 6 pounds, which was phenomenal for me. Losing 6 pounds definitely helped me get back into my clothes that I did not fit, which I was really happy about, and that kept me going. Going into week 3, my keto flu was not going away. It was going strong, and I wanted to find remedies to it. I did not try to find any remedies the first 2 weeks because I thought, hey, it's probably gonna go away soon, but week 3, it did not. So I ended up drinking bone broth. I ended up just tapping light salt on my tongue, light L-I-T-E, salt on my tongue to alleviate that, to replenish my electrolytes. I noticed in week 3 that I was shrinking the most. My body was recompositioning in ways I've never seen it. I had lost so much weight around my face, on my thighs, and also on my backside as well. And that was something that was really, really motivating. So something strange happened in week 3 that I did not anticipate happening. I actually lost cravings for food, actually. I just was not hungry. It was so weird because I am that girl that gets hangry, guys. I get hangry if I do not eat every 3-4 hours, and I was going 6-7 hours without eating. This has never happened to me. At the end of week 3, I was down a total of 8 pounds. Going into the last week of keto, I felt the best. I did not have any more symptoms of the keto flu, thank goodness. So I went through 21 days of having the flu. It was done, it was over with. And I had consistent energy throughout the day. There were no spikes in hunger at all whatsoever. My mood was stable, my energy was stable. I felt amazing. My workouts were now explosive. I was able to honestly say, I crushed my workout today. And that was something that I had never been able to say the previous 3 weeks. I was even able to do chin-ups. I did 1 chin-up last year with no witnesses, and I was able to do 2 chin-ups with my husband witnessing it. So that was something that has never happened to me, and I was so proud of that. I've done so many different diets in my life and I've gone back and forth. I can definitely say that at the end of week 4, I was proud of my body and I, more importantly, loved my body. So at the end of the 31 days, I was down 10.2 pounds. If you see my before and after photo, you'll see that it looks like I actually lost more weight than just 10 pounds. Again, I've been lighter in earlier years, but I've never felt greater. I've never felt stronger. I've never felt more empowered. And that was something that was so different than my previous experiences with other diets. So the most common question that I get asked on the keto diet is, can you cheat on the diet? And the answer is no, you cannot cheat on the diet. It's really important that you stay on the diet for at least 21 days because you're resetting your metabolism. If you do cheat, you are going to kick yourself out of ketosis, out of fat burning. That's not what you want to do. So you want to stay as strict as possible, and you want to stay on the straight and narrow for at least 21 days. Something that helped me out was this book here. It's called The Keto Reset Diet. It's by Mark Sisson. I highly recommend this if you want to find out a little bit more about keto before going keto and why you should stick to it to reset your diet. And I will link it down below here. So other questions would be, is it sustainable? And my answer to this is yes. I definitely believe that I definitely believe in the 80-20 rule, and this is what I'm going to apply to this lifestyle. I don't think you need to be on it all the time, but I do think that it is sustainable. As far as my weight goes, this is 2 months post keto, my 31-day reset, and I did not fluctuate in weight. I went and I had splurged for 10 days. I gained 2 pounds, and I went back on keto 80-20, and I went right back to my size that I was after 31 days. Can you go keto while you travel? My answer is yes, you can. Everywhere you go, there are going to be foods that you can eat and you can consume. Am I going to stay keto? And the answer is yes. I definitely enjoyed the foods. I enjoyed the flexibility of it. I enjoyed not counting calories. I enjoy not weighing my food. I enjoyed not having a timer on when to eat. It tastes great and I'm going to stick with it. No more chicken and broccoli days for me. I mean, that's something that I did not enjoy. It didn't work for me long term. This is something I can definitely see myself doing for as long as I want to do it. And to wrap it up, here are my final thoughts. I definitely think there are so many ways for you to be healthy, to reach your goals. Whatever your goals may be, this is not something that's for everyone. Everyone has different preferences with food, different workout regimens, different goals. This is not going to be a one diet fits all type of lifestyle. I enjoyed keto the most out of all the diets I've ever done because the flexibility of it. I was able to have so much freedom with this. I was able to eat whatever I wanted to eat within keto compliance. I did not have to count calories. I did not do anything tedious at all. I ate intuitively. I listened to my body. That's something that I've never done on a diet. It's always been so regulated, so regimented, and I enjoyed the flexibility the most out of it. And the foods, they taste amazing. Fats just taste so good, guys. Was it all worth it? So was it all worth it? Having the keto flu for 21 days, was it all worth it? The answer is yes to that. I definitely think that was a hazing period that I had to go through, and I'm even more proud of myself, and my mental fortitude is as strong as ever because I went through that awful, dreaded 21 day of having the worst symptoms I've ever felt being on a diet. But the outcome, the energy level, aesthetics, everything turned out to be exactly what I wanted, and I am definitely a fan. All right, guys, that sums it up for my 31-day keto transformation. If you did not hate this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in more tippy tales, so tales of my life and tales of people, places, and things I find interesting, be sure to click that subscribe button, and I will link all of my socials down below, including my website, so follow along, and we'll see you next time. Diet would be fats that are